What if your season comes down to an ankle and one coach's decision? J.J. McCarthy is back on the field during the bye, but the real headline is this: Kevin O'Connell could keep Carson Wentz as the starter, even if McCarthy's ankle heals. That single sentence changes everything for Minnesota's next 2 months. McCarthy suffered a high right ankle sprain in week 2 and missed 3 games. He's making progress, doing on-field work, and the medical timeline looks encouraging. But availability and readiness aren't the same. The Vikings built predetermined recovery landmarks for him to hit. If he clears them all, he could be activated. If he doesn't, Wentz keeps running the offense he's already stabilized. Wentz has given Minnesota reliable, efficient football. In 3 starts, he's completed about 69% of his passes for 759 yards, 5 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions. That accuracy and steady decision-making are exactly what coaches reach for when the margin for error shrinks. He managed the game plan well in London and gave the team a dependable floor. McCarthy's tape is noisier. In 2 games, he showed upside: 301 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, plus 50 rushing yards and a score, but also rookie volatility. He brings athleticism and long-term ceiling. He also needs reps. Throwing him back into a Week 7 game against the Eagles without a full practice ramp could expose him on a national stage and damage confidence if his performance slips. This is less a medical question and more an identity question. Do the Vikings prize short-term stability to protect a 3-2 start, or do they prioritize developing the rookie they drafted to be the future? Both choices are defensible. Both come with clear risks. If the team values the present, keep Wentz. Simplify the offense: quick drops, rhythm throws, and clock control plays that limit variance. Let the offensive line and run game chew the clock. Use screen passes and high-percentage throws that neutralize a fierce Eagles pass rush. That approach protects the record and buys more room to manage injuries across the roster. If the team values the future, bring McCarthy back slowly. Give him a limited scripted package, 3 to 5 high-leverage plays he's run 1,000 times in practice, quick reads, designed quarterback runs that use his mobility without relying on improvisation, and scripted red zone looks. Protect him with max protection calls and early checkdowns. Let him win on plays he's comfortable executing, not rookie heroics. The opponent matters. The Eagles are not a soft matchup. Their front creates pressure, their secondary is disciplined, and they force quarterbacks into mistakes. Playing McCarthy Week 1 against Philly is a high-variance move. Keeping Wentz is the lower-risk path. Starting McCarthy signals the Vikings are thinking long-term and are willing to accept growing pains now. There are practical telltales to watch this week. McCarthy's participation in Wednesday and Friday practice sessions, the tone of O'Connell's pressers, firm, he'll be out there, versus cautious, day-to-day language, and whether the team releases a game plan that hints at shorter dropbacks or more designed quarterback runs. Those clues reveal which path the coaching staff is leaning toward. From a coaching perspective, clarity is critical. Mixed signals destroy trust. If McCarthy practices and looks good, but the team still keeps Wentz because of a conservative philosophy, that decision must be explained internally and publicly with a clear developmental plan. If McCarthy isn't fully right and the team flips anyway, the media and fans will call that reckless. Either way, the staff must pick a lane and commit. My practical prescription, if I had the headset for 1 week: set a firm, transparent standard. If McCarthy clears every predetermined landmark and takes 2 full practices with football work, activate him, but limit his early reads to a compact, scripted slate of plays. If he misses a check or shows instability, keep Wentz and tighten the playbook to control variance. Don't hedge. Mix strategies: partial practice reps 1 week, then benching the next. Make both quarterbacks and the locker room anxious and erode performance. This decision is a declaration about what the Vikings think they are right now: a team trying to win today or a franchise building toward tomorrow. The Eagles' test will expose that answer. Choose the path and own it. The alternative is confusion, and confusion costs wins. McCarthy is set to ramp up on-field work during the bye, but that doesn't mean he's automatically reclaiming the Week 7 start. This is an availability versus performance choice. McCarthy is the long-term asset, mobility, upside, growth potential, while Carson Wentz is the short-term stabilizer who's been efficient and airtight enough to keep the offense functioning. The Vikings are 3-2 and heading into a brutal Week 7 matchup with the Eagles. The wrong QB call here matters more than it would in a midseason non-contest. The medical picture is straightforward. McCarthy missed 3 games with a high ankle sprain, which can blunt push-off, plant strength, and quick change direction, all critical for timing, bootlegs, and escaping pressure. He'll be judged off live reps during the bye. If those reps show confident footwork, sharp timing on 3-step and play-action sequences, and full-speed pocket movement, the team has the evidence to start him. If the reps are limited, tentative, or only walkthroughs, the safer bet is Wentz. That's the calculus O'Connell keeps repeating. Predetermined rehab landmarks, then a decision based on what the body actually does, not what people hope it can do. Coaches aren't choosing personalities, they're choosing probabilities. Wentz's numbers, a high completion rate and game management wins, translate to higher short-term win probability against quality opponents. McCarthy's ceiling carries future value but introduces immediate variance. Missed throws, rookie reads, timing hiccups against NFL speed. If the Vikings prize the present and a tight playoff window, they'll prioritize Wentz. If they prioritize building around a presumed franchise QB, they'll accept short-term growing pains for a chance at a longer-term payoff. Either choice is defensible. The key is making it from evidence, not optics. What to watch in practice: full participation versus limited reps, mobility and dropbacks and bootlegs, 2-minute and red zone reps under pressure, and whether the coaches script McCarthy-specific packages. Those are the real signals. If McCarthy gets full speed reps and looks like the QB who started the season, it's hard to justify benching him. If he's tentative on plant and throw drills or avoiding live movement, the staff will rightly default to Wentz. Also watch language from coordinators. Specific references to preparing a game plan for McCarthy are as telling as injury reports. Risks and trade-offs are blunt. Start McCarthy and you accelerate development and get the floor showing that helps long-term roster construction. But you risk losing critical games this season while he irons out mistakes. Keep Wentz and you maximize short-term competitiveness, protect playoff chances, and preserve margin for error. But you delay McCarthy's experiential growth and potentially slow the timetable for the quarterback room's future. For a team hovering near .500 with realistic playoff goals, the short-term edge often wins out. That's why O'Connell's cautious, evidence-first posture makes sense. Gather data during the bye, then decide. Messaging and psychology matter too. Whoever starts must be supported publicly and privately to avoid locker room second-guessing. If McCarthy starts, coaches must script plays that let him thrive early and limit exposure. If Wentz starts, McCarthy needs meaningful, controlled reps in practice to keep development active and morale intact. Handling expectations with clarity prevents the narrative from becoming a distraction. Make the Week 7 decision late in the week based on full-speed on-field evidence. If McCarthy moves like himself, has crisp timing, and shows no hesitation in live drills, start him and accept short-term bumps for long-term gain. If he's still limited or tentative, start Wentz and protect the team's immediate win probability. The bye exists to answer exactly these questions. Use it to decide off facts, not headlines.